So for student, this basically is just a way in which I wanted to like talk to people who have done well in CAT and try to
Yes,
see
sir.
what they have done slightly differently this year. Because last year I think you scored in the mid 97s, right? And this time you have scored above 99. So there
Yes,
is
sir.
definitely an improvement. Okay, even if people are looking at it
Yeah.
as a improvement of 2 percentile, I know that as you continue to go up, becomes more and more difficult. So improving from say 80 to
Yes, sir.
82 is much easier than improving from say 97 to 99. So I just wanted to know what you have done. Okay, what are the things that you have done? So if you have anything that you feel has helped this year, that is what I want to start off with. But before we get into all of it, I want you to introduce yourself so that people know who you are and what you do.
So yeah, I am Nishant. I am born and brought up in Ara, Bihar. I did my graduation from Haldia Institute of Technology. I am a software engineer by profession. Currently, I am not doing any job, but I work for Wipro and Infosys for various projects. I have worked in 5 different projects, be it testing, data analysis, or like leading the team. I have done all the three things, and I have done some development work as well. So these are my work profile. Apart from that, I left my job in April last year to prepare for CAT full time. So I prepared from Cracku study room, like for the QA part and for the QA part mostly, and from the DASCAT, DILR, and English as well. So QA has been the significant improvement for me. Last year I had 96.7 percentile in QA. This year I have 99.87 in QA. Cracku study room QA was really helpful because I was able to work on my weak points. Like there are thousands of questions on every topic. So I used to analyze my mocks and then I used to practice using the Cracku study room QA material. So that is my short journey in the like CAT 24. Yep.
Okay, when was the first time you took CAT? Which year?
Uh, it was in 2020, I just wrote it.
Okay. No,
No
that is important
preparation.
because many times people, when they take it the first time, they don't prepare well. They see that their result is not
Yeah.
good and then they just give up. Now, that is why I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you how much did you score the first time? Because now you have scored fantastic. You
So
have scored 9.14. Yeah.
yeah, I want to share my first mock score. I took 3 hours mock.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, an actual CAT paper, 2018 slot 2, if I remember correctly. I scored 10 marks out of 300 marks in that. So it was like
Good.
nothing. And it was like fluke in English, 12 marks in English and -1 in DLR and -1 in QA. So both were like, I used to think like I can do QA, I'm an engineer. Like later I found out like my QA is super weak. So I had to work upon it like really, really hard in both the things, QA and DLR. So yeah, that is the thing. I got scored
Very.
like really poor. Like yeah.
So you took
So
CAT every year from 2020, 2021, and all, or you quit after some time after
yeah,
2020? Or
I kept taking it. And 21 I prepared with some seriousness. I scored like
Mhm.
91 percentile in that.
Okay.
Again, in 20 in QA, like
Mhm.
around about 20. In
Mhm.
22, I fallen sick during the
Okay.
CAT itself. In
Ayo, okay,
23,
okay.
I prepared slightly better. I scored 97 percentile. In
Mhm.
24, I thought I'll leave the job. I'll give at least one good shot to the CAT, and I
Very good.
went all
Yeah.
in this year.
Very
Yeah,
good. Very good. Just one thing. So, how
yeah.
much did you score in 2020? What was the percentile? Do you remember the first time you took it without preparation and all?
I don't single digits in all the three sections. I remember exact percentage. It was very low.
Yeah, okay.
I don't remember exactly. It was very low in lower end, to be honest. Yeah,
Okay. That's fine.
yeah.
So, whenever people ask me, this is another question that I get quite often. Many people ask me, okay, sir, I want to quit my job and prepare for CAT. Should I do it? Okay. My answer is always very simple. I tell them that if you have work ex of say more than 2 years or 3 years, then I think taking one gap year is fine because that can be easily defended in the interview, which I think was the case with you. I think you already had around 3.5 years work ex, so probably you
Yeah.
quit. But when you are still quitting, you will still have some like nervousness, right? What was your thought process at that time? Because you got 97,
Um,
you also would know that okay, increasing more is like slightly tough. So what were you thinking at that time?
yeah, actually, I got calls from many peoples last year as well. I scored 99 in that last year itself. I got call from Accelerate. I was not able to go through, like, I was not able to clear the interview round. But I thought
Mm-hmm.
I should give a like good serious CAT attempt. Like I have prepared in bits and pieces throughout. but never prepared like wholeheartedly. So this year
Mhm.
there was a bit like I scored really bad in few mocks, but it's like I
Mhm.
was following a process like the way you solve the QA part. Like you always try to solve
Mhm.
with traditional methods and all. So I try
Mhm.
to inculcate that thing in my solving habits. So I try traditional, like
Okay.
people say like using shortcuts is good, but I think if we are thorough with the traditional method, we can be as fast as the shortcuts. So I
Correct.
went
Yeah.
through that approach and I kept working. I
Mhm.
have solved like PYQs 5 times
Very
during
good, man.
this
Excellent.
from,
Yeah.
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 So
No, I
I
think,
had
yeah.
remembered
Have you,
almost all the questions.
very good. Very good. No, that is
Yeah.
very nice, no? Because many people always tell me, okay, what is the best resource? How can I improve? And I always tell them the more you solve, the faster you get. It is very simple. If you
Yeah.
solve more and more,
Yes.
you also feel more confident. So that's very nice.
Yeah.
So, what did you do differently this year as compared to last year?
Last year, I guess it was the best preparation in 23, but there was a job in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So there was always some or other kind of pressure, like to manage the time. I was burnt
Mm-hmm.
out as well. In April, I left my
Mm-hmm.
job because I was so burnt out after doing job preparation, interview preparation. So I thought I will focus on one thing only, and that was the thing. I studied hard last year as well, but I was not able to put in
Mm-hmm.
full efforts, like a
Mm-hmm.
whole day. So
Mentally,
that's
yeah.
why
Mm-hmm.
I, yeah, mentally I was burnt out. So that was the biggest reason to give a
Mm-hmm.
good shot without having a job. Yeah.
And how did your parents react when you told them that I'm quitting my job to prepare for CAT? They were supportive or they were nervous or?
Initially they were shocked, then they adapted. Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
It's his dream. Let him do it.
Very good. Very good. Very nice, man. So, but from your standpoint, you have done well in CAT, but say you didn't do well in CAT. What did you have any plan B or anything like that? Or
Yeah, I do a freelancing now. Like I
okay,
create QA questions for
very good.
other institute.
Mhm. Okay.
So I earn little amount from that, and I have done product management side by side.
Hmm. Okay.
And back at mm, I will start coding as well, so
Okay.
that I'll be in touch with those things as well. So
Correct.
that was my plan. Like I would have started searching jobs now.
Hmm. Okay.
That
Very
was my
good.
plan.
But now you'll start preparing for interviews and first that also first of all.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's my plan.
Very good, man. Yeah. So, if you had to give, say, two things, okay, one thing that you want to advise the future aspirants, okay, one thing that you think they should do, or one thing that you have done that has helped you. What is that one thing? Secondly, tell me one thing that you would want future aspirants to not do, something that you think has hurt your chances or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I will try to reconnect my story of 2 years ago. I'll just
Mm-hmm.
reconnect. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's not about just the cat prep, it's about the mentality as well. So last year I wrote cat, like in 23 as well, I wrote cat. But back in my head, I thought it may been like bad and I was not able to convert. What will I do? So I kept financial stability. Like I started investing. I know this is not the cat thing.
No, no, no. Tell
Back
me.
in,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I started investing so that I thought I may drop next year. So I'll start
Mm-hmm.
investing and I'll save money for the expenses I will have next year if I have to drop for a cat.
Mm-hmm.
So mentally I was not ready, but financially I prepared. So that
Mm-hmm.
is like one of the biggest thing which helped
Mm-hmm.
me to go for the cat like a lot stress free. If I was not financially ready, it would have been like really, really tough journey for me mentally as well.
Good. Mm.
So this is the one thing we should always imagine the bad scenarios as well, not just flowery scenarios. So I
Correct.
imagined these scenarios before actually it happened last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I was prepared financially, but it took me a while to be prepared mentally, like 1 2 months. But I was on
Mm-hmm.
track after a few
Yeah.
months. So this is the first advice I will take.
Yeah.
Plan everything, wait for good, wait for bad.
Mm-hmm.
So we always plan for good. We never look for the bad stuffs to happen, and it happened
Yeah.
with me. So I was
Yeah.
prepared. So I was able to tackle it quite easily.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just say to the aspirants, don't like compromise on the efforts. Effort is
Mm-hmm.
very important. I have like scored -1 in QA in easier quants. like in 23. And I come here, like I scored like 45 marks in this year's QA, and it's a like a big journey. Now I am comfortable with the concept. When I'll write cat or that, I'll most of the time 9 out of 10, 10 times I'll do well. There is chance like one time I can fluke again, in a bad way. So I'll just say be consistent, stay consistent with the effort, be ready with the plan B. Don't over like there is saying like don't have plan B. Plan B is for losers. No, it's not for losers. It's just for
Yeah.
your mental calmness. That's it. Nothing else.
Correct.
I'll just say stay consistent, train your mind in the right direction. I started training my mind. I was not using any shortcuts. I used the hardest path, and it was worth it. I never regret that. So that's the thing.
Very
Yeah.
good, man. Very nice. Very nice. Very inspiring. Many times I hear stories of students who ask me, okay, this much I got first time, I got like 70 percentile. I am is just going to be a dream. All of these things, when they tell me, I find it very difficult for to inspire them or to motivate them. Because whenever I give an example, also they say, हाँ, वो मेरे साथ नहीं होगा, वो किसी और का है, वो कुछ IIT है, वो कुछ है, वो कुछ वो है. But मैं जितने बार भी उनको बोलता हूँ, they just don't believe it. But I think stories like yours, when you hear, then I think most people will start believing in themselves. And once you believe in yourself, you'll put more effort.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like even in my LinkedIn, like I receive messages. I have got like 82 percentile. Can you guide me how to get 99? So what should I say? Just slog. That's it. No other way.
Yep.
You
Yep.
cannot be like few people are trained. Like few people prepare for JE and all, so they are trained. I was not trained that much. I prepared for JE, but I haven't fared well in JE and all. So my aptitude was not up to the mark. So I had to start from the basic. I cannot take it on ego like I'm an engineer, how my QA can be bad. It can be bad for
Yeah.
everyone, anyone or
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah, we have to work right from the basics. People undermine that thing. Many people start writing tests without having any concepts in hand. Like, what will you solve if you don't know the concept? So I emphasize try to do the basics. That is the most important thing. And like doing same thing again and again is boring. And I did it 5 times. Like I told you, like I solved
Correct.
2020 to 23 5 times. Like many people were repeating,
Very
like,
good.
why are you solving like PYQs so many times? Because it's most closest to CAT. That's it.
Correct. Yeah.
So that
Very
was the
good, man.
reason.
Very nice. Also, I think your preparation was very strategic. Okay. I feel that you
Yeah.
thought a lot about how to improve or how to do well in the examination. Many people just don't think on
Yep.
their own. They just do things, which I don't think is again very smart. The smart way to do it is think what is the most strategic way of preparing, which I think you have done.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool, man. Very nice talking to you, Nishant. All the best for your interviews. If you need any help with interview preparation, you know how to contact us. I'll obviously be always ready to help you. All the best. We'll again reconnect after you convert some very good institute.
Yes, sir. And I'm a big fan of your solving process. And I was a
Yeah.
part of my group, like Focus Cat. There are like
Mhm.
1099.9 percentiles. I guess you have uploaded Pranit's photo
Yeah.
in Instagram as well.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
one of my friend. We prepared all together.
Mhm.
So
Very
30
good.
people
Yeah.
are in that group. So they
Yeah.
all told me just say we are big fan of Pranit sir. So let's shout out from their side
Yeah.
as well.
Thanks a lot, man. I feel very good whenever I listen to these kind of messages. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Very nice
Yeah.
connecting with you, Nishant. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.